Okay guys, this time we will start a new experiment with grow LED, grow light, and stainless steel kind of heatsink. Approximate each bar will have around 6 LED, and total with the 2 bars will be around 12 LEDs. And I also have a smaller bar to connect both longer bar. So let's start by marking the drill hole in here. I'll be drilling this later, right? So let's mark it first. So this is basically the 12 LED position. And now we go back with the stainless steel already drilled. So next is we need to install the LED, the heatsink first, right? So as we have drilled the stainless steel, right? So it's easy to put the heatsink there. And next is, this is the grow light, specially designed to shine your plant. We call it LED grow light. Full spectrum, 1 to 3 watts, 3 to 3.4 volts. And then we need to install those LED into the heatsink, because 1 to 3 watts is definitely generates enough heat. And this is a thermal paste. I bought a cheap one from a local online shop. Not the best one, but I think this should be okay and can get the job done. And I also buy a power supply made from OSRAM called Optotronics OT Fit. It can be adjustable from 500 to 700 milliamps by using the 2 dip switch. Seeing the spec with 350 to 600 milliamps, so I believe we will be setting this at about 500 milliamps. That should be good enough. So basically both dip switch will be set to off in order to get those 500 milliamps. Let's switch the dip switch first to 500 amps. So both should be set to off position. Okay, should be good enough. Then we'll see. It's a first dip, second dip, right? Should be off. 500 milliamps, 21 watts. Approximate with 12 LED, one we get about 1.7 watts. It should be good enough. We are not pushing the LED too much, right, with that. It's a primary output, okay. So let's open the thermal paste, thermal compound, and then use a small toothpick. We can take out some of the thermal paste and we paste it there on the back side of the heatsink. Just put it enough, right? To be honest, I'm putting here slightly more than what I need. Anyway, we can clean them up later. Not a problem. Yeah, sorry, this the image is slightly out of focus. So not that difficult. Then we put it back to the stainless steel bar, and then we put the nuts and bolt and screw the heatsink into the stainless steel bar. Right, it's quite easy, right? So just clean up the mess a bit from the thermal paste, and then we install the nuts and the bolts right together, fasten them. It's quite easy, right, with the right tools. So just install the second one to make the heatsink, the PCB heatsink, sit there good, right? So one is done, so next we'll follow. Let's do the rest 11 PCB, right? All good. Thermal paste is evenly applied around. Sounds good, looks good. So let's continue. Then let's fast forward and install the rest of the PCB heatsink. So all screw and fasten well. But sometimes I use the L-shape screwdriver, right, to again make sure things has been fastened enough. So yeah, just do a quick check, right? Make sure all fastened well. So I put the mark negative, positive, negative, positive, because we put all in series, right? Next step is to install the LED into the PCB, right? Just put one drop of the thermal paste into the PCB, right? Continue to the rest of the PCB. So quite simple. Just put a single drop of the thermal paste into the center of the PCB, right? Then we can install the LED. Yeah. Finish. Let's close the thermal paste tube first, right? Then slowly we install the LED, right? Make sure you put it in the right orientation, positive and negative, right? Install one by one, right? Arrange it well. Make sure all the pins are properly aligned with the pad on the PCB, right? Then after that, let's continue with the next step, the soldering process. Let's put some solder paste. I use a Cardass rosin. Let's just give a small drop on the LED lids, right? So I like to use this rosin because it's easily melt and can make the solder quality better. Yeah, let's rearrange the LED. Make sure all actually align with the pad, right? The solder pad on the PCB. Set the temperature of the soldering iron about 270 to 300, because this Cardass quad eutectic solder actually melt roughly about 180, 190 or 200, so 250 to 70 should be good enough. So hit the LED lids. Oh yeah, I also put my favorite deco solder tip cleaner there. Let's heat up the LED lids and the PCB, then put some amount of the solder there. Okay, you will see it will melt good, shiny and round. Let's continue with the rest of the pin. With the help of the rosin, actually the soldering process will be much easier, right? And we can always clean up the rosin later. Continue with the rest of the pins. I think you can do like 10 seconds for each. It's quite easy actually. Continue to the 5th LED, then last one, 6th last one of the first stainless steel bar. Okay, we see all the soldering quality is good, right? And the LED lids actually not moving, so all properly aligned, which is good. Then we continue with the second lid. Again, same process, we put some rosin there. Then we continue with the soldering. Same process again, it will take 5 to less than 10 seconds each, right? But this time it will be much easier because LED will not be moving as the other lids actually has been soldered. So this one will be actually pretty much easier. So we can see here our solder quality quite good, all kind of shiny and well rounded, well melted, perfect finish. That's all. See you in the second part of the video later. Thank you for watching.